Hey, what's going on everyone? This is JoeYoursTruly back with another video. Today we're gonna be trying to cook up a Boris jungle build. And it's not gonna be like your guys build kind of variant, but it's gonna be more kind of a burst damage variant. And what I mean by that is we're gonna actually build items like augmentation first, so that we can get that guaranteed burst of damage when we get on top of someone. And we're also gonna go Apex Hunter, which allows us to do more damage to people below 40% health. The minor arguments we're going this game is Voracity, so we can heal more, so we can sustain a little bit better when we hit enemy heroes. And then we're gonna be going Wilmer. I try to cook with like the Executioner, the one where you do more damage to people below 40% HP, like the minor argument, but it kind of feels like it was worth when I was trying to win at people with my Q, and since I did have Wilmer and they kind of just walk away pretty easily, and that kind of just felt really terrible, I won't lie. So I think just going Wilmer is just something I have to do, otherwise I kind of feel like I struggle trying to catch up to people. Alright, we got the blink out. That's like the most important thing. And Quan is invading me. Can we punish this? Can we punish this? No? Anyone? Hello? Hello? We have 3 people. Do we have Howitzer? Do we have Howitzer? Do we have Howitzer? We do not have Howitzer. Okay, I guess they just illegally steal all my jungle for free. And then Howitzer's about to get ganked by Rampage. There's very little I can do that helps a laner that's just very clueless what's going on in the map. That is very unfortunate. And excuse me, we were actually going Technocraft because we actually want to like reduce the cooldown when we're hitting people. And so second item we're gonna be going this build is Ashbringer, because I see Ashbringer being very popular, and I feel since we're going Augmentation way with all the build haste. Actually didn't drop down for it, unfortunately. But since we're going like ability haste with like Ashbringer augmentation, I think we can take advantage of the Ashbringer kind of tech. Can we go on this? I'm kind of salty he took my blue buff. I didn't get the smite off. That is pretty sad. We can kind of. I think that's the same damage. Yeah. Okay. Now we kind of cook. Now we kind of cook. I won't lie. Fawn doesn't have a Q for 5 minutes. Why is he like white side? That is so strange. Yeah, I was really salty that they took my blue buff and like my house didn't come at all. Because that should be an easy 3v2 and then we just kill them, but he didn't, and then he just ended up getting collapsed on mid because he wasn't paying attention. Unlucky. Unlucky for my web right there. So yeah, I'm guessing I'm just gonna be behind on farm this game because they just got away doing something really criminal on my side of the map. Because Quan like full commit to that, and somehow he's the same level as my Greystone. He just uses Q. He's like too close to his tower, so I can't exactly go in on that. Yeah, like it's really hard to gank the offlane since Fawn is like pretty elusive, and then Greystone doesn't really have like any way to lock down the Quan either. And then I just don't trust Howitzer because he's just kind of clueless right now. So I don't know. I probably have to prioritize ganking like duo. That's probably like the only good bet I have at the moment. But I do need to hit level 6 to make that much easier for me. Yeah, she already took it. Okay, seems like they're backing off now. I do not know if I actually get 6 off, ah, she's dead. Yeah, that Kwan's been like roaming like crazy. I'm hoping the Greatsword can kind of carry it since he should be ahead now, but still kind of rough. Rampage is 6, I am not, so I'm at a huge disadvantage, especially since Rampage jungle is just so OP with Titan. So I have to like... I can't really fight, I have to probably keep the first Painted, unfortunately. Unless we can come in as a team, like with Moon ultimate, that would be kind of huge. You have ult? Just use ult. Ult. I still got it, that's pretty big. I might die still. Oh, I got caught on the wall. I still got it though, that's pretty big. So at the very least, we got the first objective. It's just the enemy team's getting the kills, it's the scary part. So we're definitely gonna pick up Liberator. That's kind of like a tech a lot of people are doing on Boris. Well, you want attack speed and you want like some CT cleanse. So like Liberator is like a very popular choice on him jungle at the moment. That's kind of like a counter tech to a lot of CT in this meta that shuts him down. Nice. Huge. It also works very nicely with this build where I'm not being attacked in my first item, so gain some with my Crest is very helpful to make Boris feel nice. Even though we're going for ability-based burst damage build, you still want some attack speed so he feels fluid to play, I would say. And yeah, Ashbringer seems like an OP item because even Rampage is going there right now. So probably want anti-heal. So I don't know if I want... I'll probably build like Tainted Blade. I think Tainted Rounds make me too squishy with this build. Nice, doing pretty good on the clears. I want to go for mini orb, but kind of feels like I can't do it if Bonds is present. Yeah, he's just constantly ganking mid along with the Rampage. Yeah, Greystone has been kind of just farming away this whole game. I messed it up. I think I still kill her by just doing that. It's kind of scuffed how I did. I should have just popped the E early, but I kind of greeded for the reduced damage. I do think going over prime would be good, and if Grayson can come help out with Howitzer, I think this is very doable. Because Rampage and all them on right side, I think it's the best time to do mini orb before the second Fang. I really need to find a way to gank right side. It's just the way like I've been passing this game and what's going on, it's not been working in my favor. Wait till his tower diving this. Ask everyone mid. It's kind of really hard to... Wait, that's my page. He's just diving. Also behind us, that was a very nice route by the Revenant, well play. And I have mini orbs, so we could attack mid with it. That's the jungler dead and mid, so the only people that can defend is the duo, since I think I saw Quan left side. Oh. Oh wait, we didn't finish the tower! Try to win him away from me? Not with, I mean fear. Nice, I live. Let's take a quick reset and maybe come back to mid to help out my team. At the moment, we have enough ability haste, especially since we're going Ashbringer with Craft as our minor augment. So we can go get away with Rapture for more attack speed and health and army fan, which is all very important, so it feels like I won't just die instantly in these team fights. Actually, let's do Faintus really fast. I should be able to solve this anyways, without my team. Very good. Yeah, so we're doing pretty good. Webpage got ahead of me in the farm, but we were able to come back together with the team. Getting the first Faintus steal, and then like my dual lane and other people doing really good job on the map.
Boris grows stronger.
It's gonna be hard to gank dual lane since the tower's not there anymore, but I really want to give my dual lane love. It's kind of hard for me sometimes to gank lanes when I'm trying to focus on farming and other stuff going on the map. Nice, got the kill. Mini Rampage behind us. And you got popped because you take more damage when you are like mini ramp. So if you have like a House of Ult or my RB doing execution damage with the augment, you kind of just die really fast if you're not careful. Is there anything to steal? There is a 5 camp we can take for now. Oh, Rampage is going back in. So what? There isn't. I think we just retreat for now. I'm trying to help my team just in case something goes bad. The ability haze. Yeah, it's the kind of interesting thing about like Boris is like he doesn't need too much ability haze because like his cooldowns on like when I tested this earlier with like 60, my RB only got reduced to like 3.5 from 4 seconds, so it kind of feels wasted to build so much ability haze on him after like these 2 items. So you kind of just go for like pure booster or whatever stats you need. So like in instance, for example, we can go for Aegis, so we get more physical power, health, and a little bit more crit under that build, so we start critting a bit more consistently on our basic attacks. Just essentially going for like a scaling build, almost. Wait. He should just die right here. Yep, nice. Cause yeah, he's kind of going for a greedy build, which like it makes his tiny webpage very scary. But as soon as you get CC like that, even outside of his mini rampage form, he kind of just dies really fast, as you guys saw. Especially since my build is very good at actually killing people once they fall below like 20% HP. I keep saying 40, but because I'm thinking about the minor augment that gives you 8% more damage flat against people below 40%, but his augment applies to only 25% below. I am definitely looking at white. I really want to see if we can kill this dual lane. Wait. XE. Oop. He ults. I probably have to quick some space a little bit. Going for me. My RB does a lot of damage since he fell below the HP threshold. Nice. I think that's my augmentation that killed, not my RB, but he just died really fast, you guys saw. Push him away. Okay, we're cooking. I do think we just go for Feign now. Because yeah, it's kind of how they say it. Mortgage can just execute us if we're not careful, so I'm opting to just go on this. I'm gonna smite early just so I can get some health and damage done, because I think it's gonna take me another 10 seconds for me to actually finish this if I'm doing it by myself. But yeah, going that lifesteal on me fam with building on some of my items is really helping out a lot in being able to like actually solve that no problem. Plus that passive just that's what it does in general. So I'm kind of thinking now we go salvation, because this I said it's like a more burst damage build, but it kind of turns into like a tank build after like Rapture, where you start bringing more and more items that gives you a lot of health and bonus stats like physical powers. So now it kind of just feels like we could go more attack speed if we want, or even build more crits, but I kind of feel like since I'm doing so much damage already, I might as well make it really hard for them to kill me, so I can actually survive much longer in these team fights. Nice. Well played. Uh-oh. No. Oh my god, yeah, we did a lot of damage to that Boris, as you guys saw. Oh, not Boris, Rampage. And I'll be executed too right there. Oh no, we die right there finally. But that's what I mean, like, being able to like tank all that damage and still like come do a lot of damage in return when they're low HP feels pretty dang nice, I must say. So yeah, at this point, we can see if there's any attack speed item we can build that, like, Absolution might go pretty hard right here for us, giving us more tenacity and giving us like damage mitigation. If we do get CC, even though we have Liberator, we can like cleanse it and still have damage mitigation with all this HP too. So this is like a very well-rounded build. Well, like we are very durable still, but we have a lot more burst damage. So because I think the problem with like Boris, it kind of feels like at times it's like it's kind of hard from the like burst down people, and you have to rely on high sustained damage, which doesn't always work. But this is like I can proc augmentation, and then my RB just does a truckload more damage to people that's like below 25% HP. Like I think it honestly like really cooks. Going like all these items, and then we can go for like full kind of tank right afterwards. And we can in fact probably just two-man this. Cause yeah, especially when we're quitting right there, holy. Nice. Do I get enough for full build if I just clear my blue? Let's see. That's one thing that I haven't. Yeah, so all part of the key was because I think that augment be actually so nutty if it applies to just monsters too. So like, imagine you're trying to 50-50 someone on primal, and then you on B to do execute damage to smite afterwards. That would be like a really nasty how they say it, smite to kill ability. Kind of like how Witcher Hook plus smite is really hard to beat sometimes. Oh, they are very terrified with my Q being active. Wait, where you go? Alright, but that's a pretty good like showcase of this build that I really want to show to you guys. Because even though the build is like super cooked and it makes Boris feels much better to play, Boris is just sort of in a rough spot at the moment where it kind of feels like he dies like really fast still before he gets like his passive fully unlocked. right? Because a lot of the really strong picks right now is like the Quan Rampage. I think both of them are like S2 picks in my opinion. Obviously the Rampage didn't play that super well that game, but I literally played against a Rampage in the other game, and he was like going super hard, right? Because like there's some really strong heroes right now in the meta, and Boris just doesn't do good against them. Like he hates CC a lot. That's like the best way. He just kind of gets shut down a lot in these team fights. And so when the top meta picks have a lot of CC, Boris is just not really having fun as a result. But I do really like this build. It does make him feel like much nicer to play because I never been a believer of Sky Splitter Boris. It makes his sustained damage scary, but then as soon as you get CC, he just dies super fast. And I just hate that play style of having high sustained damage, but then you die really fast. So it's kind of like contradictory. Like you want high sustained damage, along with like the ability so you can actually see that how high sustained damage pop off. But a lot of times when you try to do Sky Splitter Boris, you don't see that consistently because a lot of times you are playing both jungle, and a lot of times you find multiple people, like team fights especially, and it's like people just focus you first. It's pretty easy. You're a big bear, they throw CC at you, and you just die. So it just puts Boris in a really rough spot. If Boris like works much better in offlane, I think Boris offlane with like this augment would be super scary. But the problem with Boris offlane is there's a lot of really strong offlaners too, and they have much nicer sustain, and like Greystone literally gets free healing by existing, and then Quan is just like a monster in the early game. It's like it's no matter where he goes, he's kind of have a lot of like stiff competition, and that he just struggles against. But when you do like find those moments where you can get behind people and do your combo, not get CC, or live long enough, do the CC and still go really hard, I think that's why I'm really liking this build because it feels like people throw the CC at me, and usually on the Scott's Boris build, you just die after the CC is done. But with like all the items I was being, especially with after Rapture with like the Aegis and Salvation, it feels like I can like survive all that CC, and then I turn the tide against them when I'm holding down my left click. My corner swipe is doing bonus damage to people low on the HP. Like I think this build is super nice on Boris, and I don't really see it being. I don't see this very really flowing around. I've seen like the augmentation first. I see the Ashbringer being used on Boris, but not quite the style of like the way I was bringing out Boris. Because I think I think you should definitely try this out. If you're like looking to try something new on Boris, try and find a way to make him work. If you're nice to play, I definitely highly recommend you guys check out this build. But anyways, that's gonna be it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If not already, consider subscribing to the channel so you don't miss a single beat by yours truly. But and that, hope you guys have a great rest of your day here. Peace.